Hello my friend and welcome to my channel Faisal. I hope that you are well. Now that we are getting more comfortable with JavaScript, it's time to learn about more theoretical concept. And that's the difference between statement and expressions. And it's gonna be just a very high level overview, just so that the future video make more sense. So essentially, an expression is a piece of code that produce a value. For example, 2 plus 10. 2 plus 10 is an expression because it's gonna produce a value. Okay? So I don't even mean the entire line of code. Huh? What I mean is really just this 2 plus 10. This is an expression. And again, because it does produce a value. The same goes, for example, for just a number. For example, 1986. Okay? This, for example, is an expression too, even though it is just a simple value. But it's still also an expression because, again, this itself will produce a value in JavaScript. Or we can do this through and false and not false. So true and false and not false. So all of this here is an expression, right? Because this will in the end produce some Boolean value. Now, on the other hand, we have statement. And so, in this example, a declaration is like a complete sentence and expression are like the words that make up the sentence. Now, basically, we write our whole programs as a sequence of action, and these actions are statements. So let's take as an example the if-else statement. So let's say if 30 is greater than 20. Then we'll just do something, so create a string called, for example, str, and here I will just put 30 is bigger. So simple, so example of course, okay? So the code itself doesn't really matter here, huh? So this if-else statement is in fact a statement. And so that's the reason why I have called it the if-else statement all the time. And the same is true for the switch statement that we have seen in just the previous video. Okay? So this statement here doesn't really produce a value. Okay? All it does is, in this case, it simply declares its variable called str, but that's it. It performs some actions, in this case, declaring this variable, but it doesn't produce a value. Now, so in that, it's different from, for example, having this here. Now, the string itself, the str, again is an expression. So this is probably a bit confusing, but that's not a problem. Okay? My goal here is not that you understand the exact rules of what an expression is and what a statement is, because in fact it's all a bit fuzzy. So my main goal with this video is really that you know that statement and expression exist, and that expression produce value, and that statements are like full sentence that translate our actions. So the actions that we want the program to perform, so really that's all you need to know and all you need to basically memorize from this video. We don't need to go into all the details. So this will all make even more sense as we move on. So as I said, that this string here is itself an expression, and then this whole line of code is a statement. Okay, because this again does not produce a value. And so basically, whenever something ends with a semicolon, that's then a statement. It's like complete sentence. Okay. Now, this difference between expression and statement is important to know because JavaScript expects statement and expression in different places. For example, in template literals, we can only insert expression but not statement. So let me just very quickly demonstrate that to you. So we can say I am, and here I prepare for my placeholder. And so in here we need to put an expression. So something that produces a value which can then be put into the string that we are building here using the template literal. So let's say just to do some calculation here. So the current year minus 1986. Okay, years old. So again, this is an expression here. Okay, this one is an expression. And so this one will work. However, we cannot do this. For example, we could not insert if statement in this placeholder. So I mean something like this. You cannot insert this one here. Okay, and here as you can see I have expected token if. Okay, I have this error. It doesn't make any sense here. Okay, so and that's because JavaScript knows that this is a statement. It is not an expression. And statement don't make sense where JavaScript expects an expression. Okay, so here I will just to resolve this. Let's add another variable here, const first name, just to finish. First name Faisal, and here first name. Good. Okay, and now this will actually also be an expression because it produces value. So this variable will essentially just be replaced by this one. Okay, and now if I reload, I have my I am 35 years old Faisal. Okay, and that's actually all I had to show you in this video. Again, my goal was really just to make sure that you kind of understand the difference between expression and statement, so that moving forward, we are really both on the same page here. So I hope that you have understand this concept, what is the expression and statement. See you in the next video, inshallah, to talk about the conditional ternary operator. Take care of us. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, follow me on Instagram. I tell you goodbye. Wassalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.